Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. This is the Indian accent guy, and today again we have a lot of new updates, including 12 new fight announcements, Ilia Topuria and Alexander Usyk's next potential opponents, and a lot more. So without wasting any time, let's take a quick look on each news so that you can stay updated with the fight world. Dana White just announced the main event of UFC 320 and UFC 321. As per Dana White, UFC 320 T-Mobile Arena October 4th will be headlined by Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2, the fight every MMA fans was waiting for. Magomed Ankalaev reacts to the announcement of his rematch with Pereira and says he is gonna knock out Alex Pereira this time. There is no other way. Get ready for the big show. Anyway, the co-main event is announced as Mirab Dvalishvili will take on Corey Sandhagen in his next bantamweight title defense. It's going to be Mirab Dvalishvili's third straight title defense after beating Umar Nurmagomedov and Sean O'Malley in a rematch, while Corey Sandhagen is coming off a win over Davison Figueiredo. Before that, he had lost his fight to Umar Nurmagomedov. Anyway, the feature bout on this card will be a light heavyweight top ranked bout where Yuri Prohaska will be taking on Khalil Roundtree Jr. It is the unofficial light heavyweight title eliminator where the winner would have the highest chance to get the next title shot. Both of them are coming off their win over Jamal Hill. Prohaska beat Jamal Hill via round 3 knockout, while Roundtree beat him via unanimous decision. Anyway, a middleweight bout is also added on the card where Edmund Shabazian will be fighting Andre Muniz to get his third straight UFC win. Muniz is coming off a loss to Ikram Aliskerov. Then Dana White also announced the UFC 321 Abu Dhabi main event for October 25th. This card will be headlined by a heavyweight bout between Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, the first undisputed title defense of Tom Aspinall against Cyril Gane, who is riding a two-fight win streak after losing his fight to Jon Jones. First, he beat Sergey Spivak via round 2 finish, and then he beat Alexander Volkov via split decision. Anyway, Aspinall opens as a massive favorite going into this fight, and he says that it is Gane's third chance to win the title, and he will try to get rid of Cyril Gane from the title picture. If you don't know, the unofficial title eliminator for the heavyweight title between Alexander Volkov and Jailton Almeida is also in this card. There are two more fights added on UFC No Shake card on September 13. First one is a middleweight bout where Dusko Todorovic will try to break his three-fight losing streak against Jose Medina, who is 0-2 in the UFC. Second one is a top-ranked women's strawweight bout where number 2 ranked Tatiana Suarez will take on number 4 ranked Amanda Lemos. Suarez is coming off her title fight loss to Zhang Weili, while Lemos is coming off her win over Yasmin Lucendo. And that are all the UFC fights that are announced today. 3 more fights are also announced outside of the UFC. First, WBA has announced their light heavyweight title eliminator, where 21-0 and their number 3 ranked Albert Ramirez will be taking on Jerome Pampaloni, who just came back into the win column after 2 back-to-back losses. This fight will take place in Libya on Friday, August 8th. Then Jake Paul's MVP promotion announced MVP Prospect 14 card in Orlando, Florida for August 22nd, and it will be headlined by a featherweight bout where WBA number 12 ranked and WBO number 15 ranked 12-0 Jam Paul Rivera will take on Daniel Bailey. And then last and maybe the least, one strawweight MMA champion Joshua Pacquiao will be going up and into the enemy's territory to challenge Yuya Wakamatsu for the One Championship flyweight MMA title at 173 on November 16th, undercard of Rogrog versus Anatoly Malekhin 2. Moreover, One Championship has released former atomweight submission grappling champion Danielle Kelly, and Karate Combat gets a perfect signing in Uriah Hall, who will be soon making his debut at Karate Combat. Ilia Topuria told Nelk Boys that his next opponent will be either Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett, not Max Holloway. He also says there is not even a conversation about Arman Sarukian. Anyway, Justin Gaethje in response says that he doesn't want to fight Paddy Pimblett for a title shot, nor does he believe Paddy should be getting the title shot. He says if the UFC try to book him against Paddy Pimblett, he would prefer retirement. Then Ilia Topuria also says that he wants to step into boxing and has his eyes on the winner of Canelo versus Crawford. although it is very illogical. But when we are talking about Terence Crawford, we have a news from Crawford as well. Terence Crawford has now officially relinquished his WBO interim world super welterweight title. In turn, the WBO organization has voted to rank Crawford at number 1 at super middleweight based on prior accomplishments ahead of his scheduled fight with Canelo Alvarez. Anyway, Crawford still holds WBA super welterweight title, so he will probably vacate that belt to get Alexander Usyk fight next. Fucking nonsense. And that's all in today's video. Now you are again completely up to date with the fight world. Do like the video and show your support by giving your feedback in the comment section, and then do whatever you want.